Alright, so going into today for July 22nd, and 23rd is actually going to open in 18 minutes. But anyways, here's what happened today. So starting off, we had this trend channel going back from yesterday, and we had the breakout of it down to right here. But really one interesting thing happened for the S&P 500 market is we had the breakdown for it. It came and hit off the 61.8% perfectly. Then it looked like it was going up here and hit the target, the 114.6 target, but it did not. It barely missed it up there, so this is a failed attempt to miss it. So what this can signal is a potential decent size sell-off coming here pretty soon. So that is one thing to look for. Since we missed this target right up here at the 141.6, this could mean we are looking for a big or bigger kind of move-ish sell-off going into tomorrow for July 23rd. So just something to keep in mind right here. But we had that trend line break right here, almost went up, made a new high, kind of the ABCD move right there, just for a measured move, or the Fibonacci retracement move down there, and it was really nice. You'll notice these two black lines I have on here. So one thing I noticed that I'm gonna start doing is I use yesterday's overnight low and yesterday's overnight high session, mark those, and then from those what I do is I put the Fibonacci retracement levels on there, and this is another Fibonacci trade. So when the next day comes down into it, the first entry is up to the 38. Halfway between that and the 0 is going to be the exit. If price continues and hits the 61.8, get in there, and the exit moves to the 38.2. So that is a trade I'm going to look at using moving forward for it. So the day opened up right here. Here's the box that shows the 1 minute candle, and the 1 minute candle, I put a little note for myself. The 1 minute opening box provides the direction. The Fibonacci's do the trades, and these are my trades I take right here. Use the daily high low, whichever the price is below the 1 minute bar. You trail the move. Entry is 38, exit is 23.6, price is 68.1. That is second entry. Exit moves to 38, just like I mentioned for the other one. And then when price hits the extension zone for the first time, fade it, and the exit's the 30.2 measured from the last colored swing. This one I just mentioned about using yesterday's over high. I guess I need to change that to overnight low, overnight high, overnight low. For that one. So the market started off today here in the S&P 500. We can see it pretty much just went straight up over the box, so that sets our direction right there. So here we have the lowest area from it, and we're just moving it up. We're looking for the first trade, and here's actually the first trade right here. You see it bounced off nicely right here, came back and hit the 38% line just fine. But now we have a long setup once that short just got out of there. So entered at the 38% line, and then the exit I have for it, you can have it if you really feel that it's going to go up there and hit the 114.6. You can see it didn't quite hit it right there, right up here. It came very close, but didn't. That red line right there just shows the day's high. The green line is the day's low. And it didn't hit it, and then sold off for the rest of the day. And after about this time right here, after about going into noon Central Time, it was a very boring day. I was done trading. There was nothing going on until literally right at when market, the big trading stopped at 3 o'clock. And then we had this little push off right here, because that was another trade I'll talk about here in a second. And so we had that one. It hit off there. That's one of them. We fade that when it hits either the red for the first time or down here the green extension level for the first time, which is using yesterday's high and low, and that's the 0% to the 114.6. And I'm looking at a second one right here going up to the 141% up there, because I've noticed when it overshoots this, a lot of time hits there before you get the pullback to it. So came down here, hit the 38, and what I put on there so I can easily spot, since I don't have the 23.6 on there, is I put on the halfway movement. That's about the 23.6. So hit it right there. There you go. There's that trade. That one is said and done right there. And then you just, since we made a new high up here, you keep moving up the 38% line to it. And there I said right at the end of the day right there, went through the 38, so that was the original entry, hit right off the high of the 1 minute box for the day right there, which is also the 50% line. So we had a lot going on right there, and just skyrocket off right there to finish that for the day. And I'll show you what that looks like up here. right there. So hit the 38 right here, came up and hit the, oh, you know what, that's not right. That's the 38 right there. There you go. Hit the 38, went up there, hit about the 23.6. So that was said and done. So going into tomorrow right here, what we will look for is, well, first we have to see what the overnight high and low is going to be. We won't need that until about we won't know that until the 8:30 time. But the move to hit the target did not hit up there. So like I said, I'm looking for more of a, oops, that's not the right one. I'm looking for more of a move down right there, because if we go back to right here, there's that, did not hit it, so we have a missed target right up there for that one. So that, and we also have a little bit of a trend channel right here, nothing too much going on. We have a, where is it, come on, there, right there, and then if we take it even down to there, it doesn't really matter, but we're in a little bit of a trend channel right here. If this thing gets broken up right there, then we'll see what happens, but nothing extreme going in to tomorrow for that one. Now we'll go over here to the NASDAQ here real quick, and here's the NASDAQ today. So there we have the 1 minute opening up right here for it. So we just put the fib on it right there, looking for retracement down to the 38. And the NASDAQ was very stingy today. It came very close to 38, didn't hit it. Came very close to the extension zone, didn't hit it. And so the only trade that was available for what I was looking for right here today was down in the 38 line. I did not take that one though. I'm not trading that close to the end of the day. And oops, where is it? Oh my goodness, where is it? Why can't I click on it to do, oh, there it is, huh? Right there. See, it came up very close to hitting the 23.6, probably good enough to be done with it right there, because if you do get in kind of a nasty downtrend for it, sometimes you don't go up and hit that midline all the way, but pretty close to it to consider it done for the most part. But I would like to see up and go up there and hit that, but it did come very close to it. But that was really the only good trade of the day here for the NASDAQ, just because, like I said, it is very stingy for it. If we put on, let's put on the, there's the overnight low, and the overnight high is going to be right up here. I'll show you what that looks like right here. Yeah, it's be about right there, right around there. So here we go, there for there. So really, if this was actually the best trade of the day here for the NASDAQ, you can see it hit off right at 38, went down a little bit more, hit 50, but we would have already been out right there if I didn't manage to capture this trade. I did not, because one thing, this happened at 2:36 a.m., so I'm definitely not trading around that time. But if we put that on right there, you can see it hits right off the 38 perfectly. It goes up there and hits right that halfway point right there for a nice trade right there. So really, that was the only good trade of the day for the NASDAQ. So we'll look and see what's going into tomorrow for it. We don't have a really big, I mean, we can use a really weird looking, no, we can't even do that right there. So no, there's just a small trend channel going down right here, kind of like what we had similar for the S&P 500 right there. I'm getting it up there, just draw right there, whatever. So we can see it's coming down right there from it. So there's not a whole lot of what's what I'm looking for, prediction for what I have looking for going to the market. The only thing we still have is if we're still going to use this one right down here, this thing is still in play, because as you can see from this move right up here, it came down, came very close to 61.8, but then rocketed back up for it. Never hit the extension zone from the next day, and obviously didn't hit the target area up right there. So that is still in play. So that could be the next move for what's going to happen here for the NASDAQ going into tomorrow, assuming that the miss in the S&P 500 doesn't cause a sell-off going into tomorrow. So that's it. Take care. Bye.